Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Last time, we went to the milk bar and we got ourselves the circus leader's mask, and we got ourselves another bottle in the 3DS version only. A little unfortunate, I'm stuck with 4 bottles here in this version of the game, the N64 one, but hey, you get an exclusive bottle if you use the circus leader or troops leader's mask in the 3DS version of Majora's Mask. But in this episode, we're not talking about an extra bottle in a different version. We're here in Zora's Hall because we want to go ahead and do a couple different things here now. Hey, Mikau, I haven't seen you here in a while. Where have you been? Oh, that's right. Evan, your band leader, is looking for you. Well, for now, I want to go in here. This is not where Evan's located. It's where our band member's located instead. The drummer. Mikau, where have you been? Where have you been? I've been worried. Concert in town is coming up, but it seems like all the band members are in a funk. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Especially Lulu. I haven't heard her voice in a long time. See, she's usually in good spirits too. Oh, I wonder if that is related to the ocean turning all weird. Actually, I know a little bit of Lulu's secret. You want to hear it? Yeah, sure, why not? There's a rumor that the ocean is getting weird because there's trouble offshore at Great Bay Temple. And they said when that happens, something bad will befall the Zora descendant who's been protecting the temple. You catch my drift? And lately, Lulu has been kind of weird. Maybe Lulu's the what? Lulu's the what? Finish that sentence. Don't make me use my sword. Who are you? You can't just come walking in here. Don't have a problem, but I think my roommate might get mad. Just follow the rules if you're one of our fans. I don't know what the rules can be. I guess rule number 1, don't enter bandmates' rooms. That would make sense. We can hookshot this tree up here, which is very convenient because, boom. Now we get up in this area, and we can read a diary, which is in Zoran's script, so give me a second. Gotta put on my Zora mask. Mikau, my diary. Today, Joppas and I had a jam session. Not good with words, but he writes great riffs. Here's what I played. Today, I had Lulu listen to my session with Joppas. She seemed to like it a lot. Lulu's a pretty great girl after all. Today, I had our jam session with Joppas. Evan was in a bad mood because the two of us are writing songs on our own. Here's what I played. Evan called me over this morning. It was something about Lulu. He was in a real rush. I wonder what it could be. By the way, seems my lucky color this week is green. I don't know if that was that lucky, because it didn't end great. Although, there is something interesting to note about this area. Listen to the music being played right now. That you just heard, that is a reference to another Zelda game song. This here is the cave theme from The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Yeah, it's a little fun fact. Every single one of these band members is actually playing a song from another Zelda game, so they all have little Easter eggs in this area. Mikau, did you need to see Joppas? You're gonna have another jam session with him, aren't you? I can't wait. Let's listen to this guy's theme here real quick. So Joppas here is playing the dungeon theme from the original Legend of Zelda on the NES. So it's very impressive he can play that without even moving his fingers half the time. Mikal, where you been? I'm all like, hey, where's Mikal? The concert's coming up soon. And now our band leader has pulled a vanishing act. Evan's all holed up in his room just writing songs. And to top it off, Lulu just stands out back, staring at the sea. She doesn't even respond when you talk to her. If you guys think it's just because Lulu's not interested in me, I understand. But I'm telling you, it looked like something's really wrong. There's something you're trying to hide from me. I'm not running an inquiry or anything. But look, if we don't start rehearsing real soon, we're not going to be ready for the concert. I mean, you're right. So let's have a jam session. Huh? You want to have a jam session? Try following this phrase I wrote on your guitar. Here we go. Whoa, that's nice. I got it. I got it. I got it. Here I go. That's got a good feel to it. Even Evan should like this. But he's so proud. He resents the fact that we wrote something on our own. I don't think he'd even let the others try it out. What do you think we should do? Give me a minute, whatever. Maybe I can try to play him the song. Who knows? Maybe he'll be accepting of it. Maybe he'll hate it. I don't know. We'll just have to try it. That's all you gotta do in life. You gotta try to see if you can succeed. I'm not trying to worry the band leader. I'm just trying to play music. We already did the egg thing for him. I don't think he has any different dialogue, though, for this, so let's just see real quick. How was it? Did the professor at the Marine Research Lab figure out the mystery of the eggs? I mean, kind of. We figured it out ourselves, but hey, you want to hear some music? Were you guys secretly writing a song behind my back again? Isn't songwriting the job of the band leader? What, you're not happy with my songs? Okay, fine, you take offense to it. Sure, let me just be a human and play the same song. Will you like it now? Huh. That song. It works. It works. It works! Not bad. That's a pretty good song I just made up. You got a good sense of melody. We'll play my new song at our next show. Take this and thanks. Is a piece of heart really worth plagiarism? Yeah, sure, why not? We got ourselves a new piece of heart for playing the song all the other band members wrote themselves and then this guy takes credit for. What a band member. Oh man, this guy's not a great leader in my opinion, but sure, we got a piece of heart out of it. You're not thinking I'm stealing your song, do you? I mean, yes, you actually are. You literally stole that song from the other band members. What a jerk. Let's get out of here. Whoa, we can't leave just yet. Hold the phone. We checked out all the little Easter egg songs the other band members had, but we didn't take a look at Evan's Easter egg song. So, take a listen to what he's playing on the piano. What you just heard is Evan play the Game Over theme from the original Legend of Zelda on the NES. We almost left here without getting to hear that piece of music, so now that we heard that, let's go ahead and play the song Soaring. We're gonna make our way back over to Snowhead now. This may seem like a weird one, but trust me, there's a reason why we're going back to Snowhead. So we're back here at Snowhead, specifically on the path to get the Snowhead Temple itself. And I want to go ahead and make my way over specifically to this portion of the pathway. And here I'm going to equip myself the Lens of Truth. Doing so, we'll see some hidden platforms here. And we see a piece of heart on the distance, but notice how the platform just ends? Well, this is why I wanted to wait until now to try to get over here, because Tattle is lighting up over there, trying to say, hey, there's something over here in the distance. Let's go ahead and play our Scarecrow song at this point. In doing so, we'll summon our Scarecrow friend back here. So now we can use our Scarecrow, hook shot over to this ledge, and get ourselves a piece of heart. The quickest way back is just to jump off the ledge. So I want to make my way actually back over the Snowhead Temple, specifically. This may seem weird, but trust me, there is a good reason to head back inside the dungeon. Alright, we're back here in Snowhead Temple, but something's different about this place. Ye who hold my remains. Return to the appointed place to face me. Well, this is new. This seems to be a warp point. If we step on this pedestal, we'll be taken straight to the lair of the temple's boss. Whenever you get a remains of a boss's dungeon, you can go ahead and take a warp point at the beginning of said dungeon to fight the boss once again. This is really useful because of Majora's Mask. When you play the Song of Time, the bosses all respawn in that new cycle. So, having an ability to fight a boss really quick once again is fantastic for clearing out an area of said boss. In this case, we want to kill Got once again to make Snowhead springtime. Now, I want to equip both the fire arrows and the hero's bow, but I can't do that. You can only equip one or the other. So, what I want to do is I want to use a glitch here called Equip Swap. Basically, what I'm trying to do is equip the hero's bow over my Ocarina of Time. You either can use the item in your top left or your top right position here on the pause menu for this to work. So now if I equip the fire arrows on C right, I can have hero's bow and my fire arrows both equipped at the same time, which is fantastic. So now I don't have to pause again to swap to a different arrow type. And there are certain items in the game when you do this with, it will use that said item and it will replace it with something else. In this case, there's no need to worry about Ocarina of Time disappearing because using a bow on top of our Ocarina slot, it keeps the Ocarina there. So we still have that item in our inventory, we're just not using it at the moment. So I'm opting to show this fight again because I want to show a quick kill here. So I'm going to stand in a very specific spot, get my bow ready, and I'm going to start shooting. Now I'm going to be dodging some lasers here, but I need to shoot Got a total of 15 times here with my arrows. Doing so will kill this boss. And during this whole fight, this is all the guy can do. He's in a stun lock right now. So Got's is going to continuously shoot me with a laser beam, but because I'm dodging, he can't hit me. And now I'm going to shoot him one more time, and that's the fight. Easy as that. This is something you can only do in the N64 version, as since this boss fight was changed up in the 3DS version, this quick kill does not work there. So this is an N64 exclusive quick kill. I just figured, why not? Let's go ahead and show it off. So now I'm going to quit my Ocarina of Time. That way we can actually get it back instead of using the hero's bow. And let's go ahead and equip ourselves some masks here that we're going to need. Let's put on our Goron mask and figure out where this guy went. Starting to hear a little bit of the warp point. Seems like he was all the way around the other side of the map here. It's kind of a far away warp point spawn, but that's fine. Takes us a little bit of time to roll over. So there's two specific reasons why I wanted to come here now to Snowhead and make it springtime. One is this is preparation for our next dungeon. Yes, believe it or not, we're preparing for our next dungeon right now, because remember these frogs? Well, at this point, we can actually retrieve all of the frogs in the game, because one of them is actually located in our next dungeon. And since we're going to be going there here very shortly, I figured now's the best time to gather up all the frogs. But another reason why I want to make this area springtime is that here, in particular, as the screen is going to start to shrink down a little bit, it's going to be a little bit harder to see, I guess, but we'll deal with it.
Nope.
Down here, there's a treasure chest. You can only get to this treasure chest as a Zora, so we want to make this area springtime to melt the ice, get into this water, and doing so will give you a piece of heart. That makes 3 pieces of heart, so 1 more, and we'll have another heart container, which is great, because we're 1 step away from having 14 hearts in total. Alright, it's going to become a little bit harder to see, I see. A little bit of a redundant thing, but I want to come over here and check out this other treasure chest. Inside this treasure chest is a 20 rupee, so that's what's in this area. Piece of heart and 20 bucks. Obviously, the most worthwhile thing is the piece of heart, so that's the big reason why we're in this area. Now that we got our piece of heart, let's go ahead and make our way around Termina and get ourselves some frogs. Starting off, we're going to head back over to Clock Town and find some frogs there. Before we head back over to Clock Town, there's something I need to go ahead and talk about here in Snowhead Temple, and that is regarding your hookshot. So, we didn't have access to the hookshot when we were first here, since we needed to go to Great Bay in order to get this item. So, now that we have the hookshot, there's a couple of extra things you can do here now in the dungeon. So, coming into the center room here, I want to go ahead and make my way over towards this wall, and I'm going to get myself out both the Lens of Truth and the Ocarina of Time. Here, we're going to go ahead and play ourselves Scarecrow Song, and up above, Tattle was going a little crazy, which tells us the Scarecrow friend of ours is right around the corner. So, play Scarecrow Song here, your friend will pop out, giving you a shortcut up to the 2nd floor of the dungeon, which is really convenient. But that's not all. Now, we want to go ahead and make our way over to where that little snow path is there on the wall, because if you remember correctly, there was a stray fairy located here in the center room, but it was behind a hidden wall, and the tell was a little bit of snow on the wall to indicate that there was something here. So up there, Tattle is glowing once again, which tells us we should play our Scarecrow Song here. Playing the Scarecrow Song here, we'll have our good old friend the Scarecrow pop up in this little invisible corridor. So this is how you're supposed to get one of the stray fairies here in this dungeon. As you've seen, you don't need to have the hookshot and Scarecrow Song in order to get the stray fairy, but it is something I wanted to go ahead and show off. Since now we're here with the hookshot, it's the best time for us to go ahead and talk about this. But now that we got that stray fairy once again, let's go ahead and make our way over to Clock Town for real this time. Alright, so here in the laundry pool, I want to go ahead and talk to this frog. Ah, Donjero. It has been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be? Has spring finally come to the mountains? That look. It is true. Winter was so long that I began to lose all hope. I understand. I shall head for the mountains immediately. We'll meet you in the mountains here in due time, sir. For now, we need to make our way over to the next frog location, which is in Southern Swamp. This one is actually kind of in a weirder place, but it is actually pretty close to where the owl statue is, so let's go ahead and soar our way over the Sudden Swamp. So from the owl statue, you want to go ahead and make our way past the little pictograph contest building here. Be careful not to bonk your head on a lily pad. That doesn't really make that much sense. Those things aren't really that strong, but okay. Barely strong enough to stop me dead in my tracks. Right here is the frog. He's just kind of sitting on a log on the way over to the Deku Palace, right next to where our Octorok friend is. Ah, Danjiro, it's been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be? Has spring finally come to the mountains? Ah, that look, it is true. When it was so long, I began to lose all hope. I understand. I shall head for the mountains immediately. Oh, that's another one going to the mountains. Now, we want to go ahead and put on our Deku mask, because the next frog is actually located back in Woodfall Temple. This is not a good frog to get to. Why is it in a dungeon? But alright, sure. Let's go back into Woodfall Temple real quick. Alright, so now we're back here in Woodfall Temple. We can go ahead and go straight to the lair and fight Odalo if we wanted. There's no reason to, because there's no reason for us to ever fight that boss again. We're done here in the Southern Swamp for getting all of our stuff, so nothing left here to collect, which needs Odalo to be defeated. I'm going to use my hookshot to skip around here a bit. Going to hookshot the torch so we can get into the center room, and from here, another torch we can go ahead and hookshot. Line this up just right, and we can just grab this. Being very careful here, we can jump and just grab this ledge, and there you go. Now we just immediately made over to where the bow is located in this dungeon. Speaking of which, we can shoot this eye here, which will cause this platform to rise, which we'll definitely want to have, because that's going to get us back to the mini-boss, which we need to kill again, unfortunately, in order to actually get our frog. This is kind of a convoluted quest when you really think about it, because there's like a lot of extra prep that you need to do here. That platform just crushed me. I did not know that can happen. I think I can just make this jump, so it's fine. Just a little bit of a time waster, not a big deal. Go ahead and just use this Deku Flower here to fly across the gap. And now it's time to fight a mini-boss once again. We don't even need to fight this guy for the boss key. We're fighting this guy just to get a stinking frog. So let's go ahead and equip pretty much everything we'll need for the fight, including the thing we need to talk to the frog. And here we go. Can you stand still, please? I want to slash you. There you go, phase 1 done. Now it's time for phase 2. Same as the first verse. Very easy. The reason why I'm showing this whole fight again, even though it's kind of a waste of time, is that fire arrows will do a lot of damage here. Specifically, fire arrows will kill this boss in 2 hits. So jump attack with Gilded Sword puts this guy into phase 2. 2 fire arrows will immediately kill the frog. Yeah, a little OP. But to be fair, we have to do this whole thing again just to talk to a frog. So I would take any extra speed up I can. Ah, Danjiro, it's been so long. What's brought you all this way, back inside Woodfall Temple? Could it be? Has spring finally come to the mountains? Oh, that look, it is true. When it was so long, I began to lose all hope. I understand. I shall head for the mountains immediately. And that's it for now. We got all the frogs that we can collect at this point. The last one is located in Great Bay Temple, so our final frog is in our next dungeon. Now, to leave here quick, we can go ahead and play Song of Soaring. Anytime you want to leave a dungeon fast, play Song of Soaring. It will soar you to the entrance. So playing Song of Soaring will get us out of here very fast. Nice and convenient. Now we just leave. At this point, now we got all of our frogs. We've pretty much done a majority of all the prep work for entering Great Bay Temple. But there's one more thing I want to do, and it's back in Great Bay itself. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and make our way back over to Great Bay in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we'll go ahead and finish up our prep work to prepare going to the Great Bay Temple. I'll see you guys next time.